Hello and welcome to Headlines Today. I'm Rohit Khilnani. Joining me is the team of the much-awaited film I. Then I'll start with you first. This is not the first time you're making a big, grand film. This is, of course, really huge and big scale, big budget. Does that anyway put pressure on you while filming it, while making it, on how it will be received? Will it recover the cost? Is this something that crosses your mind?
No, before I go for the shoot, I'll make sure that whether the story works,
Right.
or all the scenes works, all the songs works. I'll make sure that 100% so everything is working. Then only I'm going for the shoot. So I generally I don't have that feel that such a big film and all like that.
Right. This is the confidence. That's exactly why this. You managed to get the best team always. Is this the team that you initially wanted and always got for I?
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I'm interviewing you, so I'll ask you first. Yeah. You've come a really long way. How's the journey been so far? Are you satisfied with the way it's shaped up? Are you getting to do the roles that you wanted to do always?
Of course. I think it's... I always feel that someone once said, make your hobby or profession and you don't have to work one day in your life. And
right.
I think I'm just living my hobby and
right.
working with such great directors and such a wonderful crew, and couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah.
In doing so.
Okay, you're the best person to tell the viewers who are watching this, what is this about? It looks extravagant, it looks big, but tell us something about it.
Yeah, it's a romantic thriller film.
Right.
So far I have done a lot of films based on corruption, black money, and negligence and all, and some love subjects and all. Then I deviated myself, to go for a science fiction robot. Right. And now another deviation. This is the film. This is a genre I have not done before.
Right.
So the rest of the thing you have to see on the screen.
Of course.
Yeah.
Your character is a big fan of Arnold. Yes. Will you tell us something more about it? What exactly does he do that he's such a big fan?
He has a gym called Arnold Gym. That's how we call Arnold down south. So I'm obviously a huge fan of his, and he wants to be a bodybuilder. He wants to be Mr. Tamil Nadu.
Right. Oh.
And maybe more and become Mr. India or whatever.
Okay.
So it's him and his dreams and what happens.
And then, of course, the big thing happened that he came down. How did you pull that off? That was a big one.
Yeah, that's the producer's idea, Mr. Ravichandran's idea. This film is about bodybuilders, and the lead character, you want to become a Mr. Tamil Nadu in the bodybuilding competition.
Right.
And all. So there's a portion of the movie, which is about the bodybuilders now.
Okay.
So Arnold is, for the whole world, is a big inspiration for bodybuilding and all. So when we are discussing like that, he thought, and the producer thought, to bring him will be very relevant for this film.
Right. How was it to meet him? Is he exactly how you imagined him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much bigger in person, I guess.
Much bigger person. Okay.
He seemed to be pretty chilled out.
Nice. Raman, we get to meet you more often than I get to meet them. The last time I asked you, what's the difference between working in Bollywood and Hollywood? Today I will ask you, how is it different when you come down here in Mumbai to work and you work back home in Chennai? What are the differences that you would tell us?
The pressure is the same. But I think it depends on the director. Director like Shankar,
right.
From the beginning is very meticulous about what he's doing, very
right.
passionate, uncompromising.
Yeah.
So there's some days he would just call up suddenly, and is this song working? Should we do another one? And in some of the songs that literally, I never do that for anyone. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I feel like a song is working and he feels doubtful, I talk to him I remember talking about Sahana in Shivaji for almost an hour from London to convince him, saying that the song is going to work.
Yeah.
So he really, really cares about the song, and you can see that on the screen and how much passion he puts.
In a film like this, what is the initial brief that you get? What kind of music would he want?
Well, we've been working for almost 20 years now, and so we decided to have a talk. In the beginning of the movie, we just jammed and said, let's do something else. Because the subject is completely different, and so we both agreed, and we were, so let's start it very beautiful, simple, rather than trying to stuff in with many things and let it become bigger by itself rather than starting big. So most of the songs came up in that way.
Right.
Simple lines. He came up with some lines,
Yeah.
and then he got the Kabilan to write some, and then it was again Rashad Kamal did the lyrics for this one.
Okay.
Beautifully interpreted in Hindi.
So has it shaped up the way you expected?
Yeah, more than that.
More than that.
You know, see the Beast song was fantastic. Like no,
Okay.
there is no such a song in Tamil, I believe, so far. So no, it's very international. At the same time, no, it's very earthy.
Took 3 months to mix that song.
Stems.
3 months to mix
Yeah,
the song?
yeah.
And
I
also some many days to shoot one song. That's what I read somewhere.
Yeah, we planned. We planned a lot, and I believe we finished this song by the Beast song you're asking. No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we finished by 12 days, I believe, 12 to 15 days, I believe.
So we had to listen to it back and say, will I listen to it 50 times more?
Yeah.
And then what is it lacking? So I worked on it again and changed the rhythm or whatever extra harmonies, and so now we are almost.
You know, when you ask this question to yourself, will I listen to it? Do you take feedback from others? Do you make other people listen, like your team, or do you? You're of course the best person to decide.
I think the way I work is I do many scratches.
Okay.
I first filter it, and then I give it to the director. He filters it more.
Okay.
So by then it's already filtered, and we know that
It's
something is
what's
working.
Yeah.
And then we put all our hard work and energy in
Right.
making it really what it.
Right. Right. Sriram sir, you've worked with the who's who of the film industry, but how's his direction different from everyone else you've worked with?
He explores the impossible in you. Only when I jump in, I realized I am doing a big film.
Okay.
And then the responsibilities are big.
Okay.
I try to justify as much as possible,
Right.
but he is a different genre altogether.
Right,
He takes his
right.
own time in the. That's why I was telling some time back, I would like to do one more film with him
Okay.
to justify myself.
Justify.
That's what I feel inwardly. I have to
Sure.
be very clear about it.
He
because I
himself
have
is
not given the-
Mr. Sriram is amazing inspiration for all of us.
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what he's done.
It's
for the
an
past-
honor to work with him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I want to work with him from my third film,
Right. Right.
but
Right.
only it happened now.
Yeah. We come to you. This is. Can I say this has been one of your most challenging roles?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Tell me how, how does one come up with, of course Shankar comes up with the writing part of it, but then to do the hunchback, to lose weight, to put on weight, to go bald, all those things. Tell us the whole experience. How was this journey?
It's been my most exciting journey yet, and
Sure.
Shankar sir is like, he's a perfectionist in everything, so
Right.
he's got it all down, just like how Mr. Rahman was talking about the music and
Yeah.
how they went through it. So he knows exactly what he wants, and he's got a vision, and we just, I was like very excited to do everything in the movie because there's so much scope, not just
Right.
performance, to try out something very different. In this one, it's taken a lot of bold moves. Like I was just thinking, I keep asking him, how did you think that? Because most directors would like to show their hero looking better and better, but this to the contrary, and it takes a lot of gumption to make a guy look like this and still make it sensational. You know? He's very well thought out. He plans everything. Like the way he sees it from an audience point of view. At the same time, I think this film, even in Aparijit, I had a lot of scope for acting and performance. But in this film, I think he's tried to do better than what he always does. I mean, he's just fantastic. And so when he's there and he's giving me the stuff, I just go along with that. And weight loss and all that is something I get very excited about for every movie of mine. And I try to do something different to suit the character.
Yeah. So how long does it take, from the time you have to put on?
This
to lose?
one, 3 months initially for one of it, and then it became like we shoot over a period of time, then again 2 months to the next change, and then hold on. The difficult thing is getting to a part and looking like that part throughout. So that you have to maintain that.
Right.
So like the last Hunchback character took almost 8 months or something. So I had to be in that.
You
So
make
that
it
was-
look like it's so easy. I wish we could do any of
Yeah,
this.
it's like me carrying Amy looks so easy, but actually that time she was stronger than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually she could have lifted me easy. I was telling sir, like I was almost, just a little heavier than her.
Right. Amy, I hope you're listening to this one.
No, she's not going to forgive me for this, but that was the truth.
Okay. Shankar, so where all did you all shoot? You all shot quite a bit abroad as well. So where all did you all shoot? And why were these locations like China, Bangkok, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, we shot in 25% of the movie in China.
25% of
Yeah,
the time in China.
because the story demands that kind of location, and it's so beautiful. It's so scenic. You know, like I have not seen before. I believe like the locations, you know, where we have shot. It's all. It's like if you go to Ladakh in India.
Yeah.
It's so far and it's very difficult to travel. Like
Right.
that, no. In China, we went extreme. Like at the edge of the country and very difficult to travel.
flight, then train, then car.
Then by walk.
and walking about 1 hour up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Not
like
walking, it's climbing.
climbing.
Like
1 hour up and 1 hour back, and we didn't have much crew too, so we had to, most of the things were kept. So it was like that. Each trip.
Each trips.
Yeah.
Who-
Yeah.
Do you go for these recce's where you have to shoot?
Yeah.
So you go there twice, they go there once.
And I'm particular that the location should be very poetic. You know,
Okay.
like when you see on the screen, it should be very poetic, and should not be seen in other movies and all like that. Mostly, I tried like that.
Should be original.
Yeah, and we shot in Bangkok because we didn't get a big bungalow like that, which I was looking for. So for that sake, we went to Bangkok to shoot
Just for one
bungalow.
scene. Just for that one house.
Yeah, I tried a lot in Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, and all, but I didn't get the bungalow. So for that bungalow sake, we went to Bangkok.
Shankar, how does this work? After your last film, you know, why I ask is when I see the poster, when I see the promos, we just wonder how one can imagine something like this. So where does this idea come from? Once you once you finish your last movie, how did you imagine that you will make something like this? Where did the idea come from?
See, the ideas are there. Like some of the ideas, I would have had a thought about that long back.
He told
and
me
some
this
of-
around 15 to 16 years back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the gist of it, and I accidentally asked him, like, are you doing that movie?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, that's the one I'm going next.
Okay, why not? Vikram, he imagined a character that is none of us can imagine.
Yeah.
How does one get that character that's in Shankar's head?
He's already etched it out to me,
Right.
and he's like, he'll have drawings ready,
Okay.
and that itself would have taken a lot of
Yeah.
like back and forth, like people in New
How he
Zealand,
will be.
then no, first with the art director here, then he goes to New Zealand, then he gets it there, then he corrects it, then just one more bump, no, he wants one more boil here, maybe this is less, 15% more here, and just 5 more strands here. He's that meticulous, so
That-
it's already there, and he shows me references, and then when he describes the scene and we go through it, and he's very, very encouraging. Like there are lots of directors who have their own style, but I've always seen, especially Amy, someone who doesn't know the language.
Right.
He's so very patient, and he's always there to support. So the environment, and you know that how much ever passionate you are about the film, there's this person with you who is more, or you know, so you always feel egged on, and I think that's about it. And I think everybody in the crew felt the same way. We all we didn't feel like it was just another film, and we thought, okay, this is something we all can make a mark. And it's not about even like, is it going to be a successful film? We're not even thinking that. I think we're suddenly thinking, wow, this is what we wanted cinema to be, and we want to create something like this, be a part of something like that.
Okay. When it comes to music, do you imagine music of your own films? Would you leave it to him to just give the music, or you?
I will leave it to him.
Yeah, you'll leave it to him.
No, I will narrate the story,
Okay.
and I will tell the situations and all.
Right.
And he very beautifully composed particularly that Beast song, which even I didn't imagine. I told him that it's a Beauty and the Beast, and all the songs, like we had a chat before we sat for the composing and all, and he is also telling the same thing. We worked for 20 years, like,
Right.
and it should be like our first film now.
So tell me something that he left it to you. That's where the most difficult part is, to deliver something that would match his imagination.
I think I'm in a way lucky to have, when I'm doing music, like unlike you're doing an album where you are responsible for the vision, thought, and everything you take. Here I'm like this is like a lab for me, and like a lab scientist, and they said, do whatever you want. I'll make sure that it fits into the movie.
Right.
So sometimes I come with, I don't have any what do you call, boundaries. Unlike when I work in Hollywood, they say this is the boundary, don't cross here, don't use this instrument, don't. They're so meticulous and they're so particular about all the stuff.
To you, Vikram, I asked him, but it's different for actors. With something like this, it's such a big and important role. Will you take pressure on the day of the release? Will you think how well it will perform, or you're just happy with what you've done?
No, I'm actually very excited. I mean, I waited for almost 3 years now, and I want someone to see the film fast. I'm very excited. It's like, I feel like a school kid. You do something and you want your mother or someone to come and see it, or your classmates. I feel like that.
Excitement is one thing, no pressure?
No pressure. In fact, I was telling him I want to go off to some other country and just relax and
just have a good time.
And it's, you know that I told you like earlier, it has nothing to do with success or whatever.
He deserves it. He's clogged it out for past 3 years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think it will be a lot of people are going to find it, they're going to be very curious about the film first.
Right.
And whatever they expect, what I feel is it will exceed all their expectations.
Nice.
He's got a bag full of surprises in the film on every level. It's whether it's like music or fights or the visuals or the songs, everything. When you see the trailer, you realize there's no particular visual that catches your fancy. Every visual has a story or catches your imagination. You wonder, wow, what is that?
Yeah.
And you feel like seeing it again, which is what he's done with the whole film.
Great. So on that positive note, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
hope you all come to Mumbai more often. We get to interview you. Hiram Sir, Vikram, Shankar.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.